Hey, welcome to Robert Small's Leadership Academy. I'm Bradley Terrence. Let's take a look inside of our building. Come on with me. One of the first things you'll notice about our building is we're walking on the coastline of South Carolina. We have medallions inside the building that show exactly where our school is and where Robert Small's house is. Where you see the blue is the coastline, and where you see the dark blue is the cliff that's about 1 mile off of the shoreline that's responsible for our high tides. In addition to the South Carolina coastline on the floor, where you'll find Charleston down here, you'll see a 30-foot mural. The 30-foot mural up here has all native species, plants and animals to our area, as well as the planter that Robert Smalls commandeered to his freedom, and Fort Sumter, which Robert Smalls had to navigate around to be able to come to his freedom. Come on this way with me, I'll show you some other neat things. This is a replica planter. There's only 4 of these in the world, 3 are in museums. We're lucky to have the 4th one here. It was handcrafted by Dennis Kennedy from the Habersham neighborhood in Beaufort, and he donated this to us. So our kids stopped to be able to look at this and see what the actual planter looked like with Robert Smalls. We'll go down here, down our timeline. This timeline is one of the most important features in our entire building. We worked with the community and with alumni to choose what dates we put on here so that we're honoring Robert Smalls and we're honoring Beaufort. We're seeing all of Robert Smalls' life. We're seeing when he was born, when he was younger, as he grew older, as he became a politician, and he fought for equal rights and fought for education for all. Many people don't understand the importance and significance of Robert Smalls, as he was a congressman and he was fighting for education for everybody. In addition to that, we have historical photos here that shows the original Robert Smalls School, the 1929 Robert Smalls graduating class, and Tabernacle First Baptist Church, which is from downtown Beaufort, where Robert Smalls' body is laid to rest. And you can visit these places so the kids see them in the community and they'll see them in our school. When we reached 1930, we have W.K. Alston, who the street out front is named after, but was a phenomenal leader and set a lot of Robert Smalls' students headed in the right path. You also have us downtown Beaufort with our marching band, as well as the beginning of integration when we had to fight for equal rights so that everybody could be educated. A little bit further down, we have civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. with newspaper articles from the time of integration. And finally, when we had integrated classrooms at the very bottom, where you saw blacks and whites sitting together within one classroom. In the 2000s timeline, we highlight 2 black leaders that were in the first in their power as president and vice president, and then we go to our school at the bottom and the artist's rendition of our school at the bottom. We're gonna come check out the cafeteria this way. We love the cafeteria because it allows for flexible seating for kids, and we have a stage in it for our performances. We hold about 8 different lunch times throughout the day. You'll have elementary on one side and we'll have middle school on the other side. You can see the flexible seating here with the booths, as well as outdoor seating. Unfortunately, it's raining today, otherwise we'd have kids out there. And we have kids getting ready to go and grab their lunch. Our stage is right over here where we do our performances as well. And we have a drop-down screen in which we'll be able to provide the community with movies inside, and we'll do movies on the lawn. We have some of our 5th graders coming in right now. It's Wacky Tacky Day, so they're dressed kind of wacky tacky. They told me earlier that they're dressing like me today. What I also love about Robert Smalls is that we offer a lot of different academic arts and electives to kids. So we have a music room over here and a band room over here. We also have a dance room here where we also hold yoga classes. Students can reach our guidance office directly from this main hallway. They just have to come to our guidance waiting room right here, hit the buzzer, and then the guidance administrative assistant or a guidance counselor will be able to greet them and allow them access. Back into the main foyer, we've partnered with a local artist, and they're doing some work with the We Are Robert Smalls wall, in which will highlight the diversity in our socioeconomic status as well as our race in this school building. And this whole wall will become another mural highlighted by community artists. I want to show you the media center though too. It's one of my favorite spots. Just in time for our Teacher of the Year, Mr. Kelly, who's here making copies. Love to see you, Mr. Kelly.
Yep. Morning.
Our media center is special. We have flexible seating for kids. If there's a class in here, you'll usually see the kids lounging in these chairs and sitting over here. We have window seats as well and a makerspace area. The makerspace area is for creativity and curiosity to run wild. The production studio for our own news program that goes out every single morning is done by our Teacher of the Year, Mr. Kelly, and is done right in here in our very own green room. Now, one of the really cool features about our media center also are our circle windows, which are over on this wall here. Those circle windows were intentionally built to be able to show the kids and highlight. They're similar to porthole windows that are found inside of a ship, which is Robert Small's planter that he commandeered and freed himself and many of his family members down in the Beaufort area. Let's check out this way. We're at our grand staircase now, and if you go upstairs, you'll find 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, but we're gonna swing down to the elementary and be able to go there first, and then we'll end up going upstairs. Good morning. Here you'll find 2 more locations of Fort Sumter and Charleston. So the kids are learning when they're looking down, when they're looking at the walls, and when they're just interacting with each other. You'll see kids here in these open spaces also in the flexible seating, sitting to be able to do some personal writing, journaling, and art projects all throughout the building. Now we're into our wing where our pre-K through 5th graders go. So down this hallway, we'll have specifically pre-kindergarten all the way to 2nd grade. And then the next wing, we'll have 3rd graders through 5th graders. We'll check out a 1st grade room down here. I don't like to always go into the rooms down here because all the kids will run up and give me a hug. But also when I'm having a bad day, it's great to be able to go into a room so the kids will run up and give me a hug. These are interventionists' office down here, so they're helping with reading and math to make sure that every kid is on grade level by the end of 3rd grade here at Robert Smalls. I want to check out an interventionist room real quick if we swing this way. Hopefully they're teaching some kids.
You are going to, it's a side work, okay? All right, are you ready? Let's get ready to sound. These are our sound out words. These aren't our sight words. Ready, Desiree? First word, say rose.
Rose.
Say rose again. Now I want you to sound it.
Rose.
Write it. Okay. You ready to help me? Carter, tell me.
R-O-S.
Look at that. What do I have to have? Why do I have to have that E? Oh, it's a long note. Excellent.
We're also a very unique school where pre-K through pre-K through fifth grade is about 40 students per grade level with 2 teachers. And then once you jump to 6th grade, we get about 180 kids per grade level in 6th, 7th, and 8th. So we're running 2 separate schools in 2 separate areas. Luckily, I have a very supportive team that really assists me with this. Let's check out a 1st grade room real quick. We're seeing Miss Gowdy, one of our wonderful assistant principals right here. She looks wacky-tacky every day, though. It looks like it's transition time for our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders also. So you'll see some of them coming through the halls right now. We do offer art here, and we have a wonderful art studio here with some of the artwork. We have a lower academy art studio and an upper academy art studio. We'll check out the work in both. This is the 3rd through 5th grade hall. So you have all 3rd through 5th grade classrooms down there with a couple interventionists as well. We'll go check out the gym now. Now we're entering our PEB, which is our physical education building. Very proud of this space. Our old building only had 1 gym that we had to share with elementary students and middle school students. This building has 2 gyms, as well as a weight room and a divider that will go down in the middle of the gymnasium so that we can have 2 different gym classes going on at once. Let's swing down this way so I can show you the elementary gym. So we have a girls' locker room here, as well as a laundry room. We have 3 laundry facilities in the building. We utilize these for athletics, but we're also able to utilize the laundry rooms for any community members that might need some help with laundry. We allow them to come up and do their laundry here as well. Our visiting locker rooms are down this way. We have a first aid room as well, and couple offices for athletic directors. This one's being utilized by our football program right now. And this is our lower academy multi-purpose space or gym. It's a little bit smaller, but it's got everything necessary for our pre-K through 5th graders. I know it's a rainy day, but we can still check out this awesome covered patio too that we have, and a large field out here that we use for soccer. Check out our main gym now. We're super proud of this space and can't wait to play games here. Looks like 1 PE class is going on right now. I thought I had it. That's no warm up and a jacket on. I thought I had that. Hey, let's check out the weight room too. So this way we have our health classroom and we have a weight room down here. Our health classroom is right here, and then our weight room is this way. All right, we're gonna go upstairs to see the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. We call this our grand staircase. We also have quite a few community members that like to come in and assist and volunteer, and they help out. We got a couple down here right now that are meeting with a boys group that they'll start for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade boys, and make sure they learn how to become men, boys to men.
My name is Christopher Thompson, and I'm the executive director of Thumbs Up. Thumbs Up is a student support program that's all about educational enrichment and social emotional learning. And in this building, we do a few things. We're starting an after-school program here. We have another after-school program downtown, but we're starting an after-school program here, as well as some social emotional learning programs like Boy Circle is about to start next week, actually. It is basically a small group to help students talk about their experiences, help them talk about their learning experiences, help them talk about growth and what it means to grow up as an adolescent. The thing that motivates me to work with Thumbs Up is that I was a student who needed that kind of support. I was a student that needed mentorship, that needed guidance and direction. And so it's really like a full circle moment. I feel really lucky that I had an opportunity to be for students and to provide for students the same services and resources and guidance that I needed as an adolescent. And so I feel very lucky to be here. One of the things that I really love about Robert Smalls is obviously that the school is tied to the heritage, the legacy, and the deep history of the community, right? So when the students walk in, they see the story of Robert Smalls and the story of our very vibrant community. But also, this is a building where the administrators, the staff, obviously really care about the students. And there's a culture here of support for students and student-centered experiences, student-centered learning. And I'm just happy to be a part of the culture of what's happening in this building, because it's very dynamic, it's very exciting. It's obvious that the students are really dialed in and locked in. And so I'm just excited to see them learn and grow and experience positive learning experience in a positive learning environment.
This is our 7th and 8th grade hallway. So down here are 7th and 8th grade rooms, and these are 7th and 8th grade rooms as well. Those are a couple community members that are walking through that are going to end up partnering with us to help mentoring as well. Hey, it's Miss Reeves. Miss Reeves is our previous school teacher of the year from 2 years ago. This is our art studio here. So it is Hispanic Heritage Month, and the kids made masks, unique masks. And you can read the different artist statements that are written on these different bubble drawings and the different elements of art that are all combined into one. Also, our Upper Academy art has a kiln in it, so we're able to do ceramics. We haven't got to that unit yet, but when we do, we're really excited to see what the kids produce. This is our 6th grade wing right here. We also have a couple other smaller classrooms down here. Let me see if Mr. Jesus is here. Perfect. They're in a general's time. Come on in. This is Ms. De Jesus.
Hi.
And this is her advisory.
My name is Roshana De Jesus. I teach 6th grade science, which covers life science, physical science, and earth science. This is my 4th year of teaching. I just moved here recently from Clayton County, but I am a Beaufort native. I love the connections that we have with our community and the culture because I understand that without strong community ties, our school will not be successful. We are learning to teach more culturally responsive, so I think that's important.
I am Jacqueline Lawton. I am a 6th grade English language arts teacher. This particular time, 10 years, I moved back in 2013. Prior to that, I was in Atlanta, but I did my first 4 years of teaching at Robert Smalls from 95 to 99. And then prior to that, I was actually a student at Robert Smalls. So I was in the first class that opened the old building over there. It's phenomenal. One of the things that is my mission is to be that teacher that I didn't have. Not to say that the teachers that I had were not great, but I recognized that there were some things that I needed, and so I want to be that for my students. And so that's been my driving passion since I've returned. The school or the man, because as an adult, I am now able to see who he was and all that he embodied, and to be able to teach my students that, because I didn't get that when I was in school. So I love the fact that he had leadership. I love that he was very compassionate, and that he worked really hard to be able to set everybody free, whether it was with the Education, the Compulsory School Act, or if it was learning how to read or write. And so I just want to be able to share that with my students.
I'm Sean Creedon. I'm a 6th grade ELA teacher here at Robert Smalls Leadership Academy. I have been here for 3 years. I like, helping the kids learn, set goals and, kind of look forward to the future and see how, what they're doing now really helps them out and makes them think about, what's next, what's my next step, how am I going to get to a certain place and things like that. And I really I like helping them figure that out and, kind of have that long vision and see them working it out on their own. I really like the community here. The staff has always been very helpful and very great and wonderful. The kids are great. We got a lot of different walks of life around here. And every day is different and every day is exciting and fun. And I just enjoy, coming to work every day.
My name is John Little, or Coach Little as the kids call me. I am the behavior interventionist here. I also coach basketball for the girls and boys, and I coach girls and boys track here also. I just started working here in August. I was helping out last year whenever I could, but full-time employee, I just started in August. I enjoy being around the kids. Like, my biggest thing is if I can make an impression on each and every one of these kids in the building, that's like my goal. Like, I'm all about relationships and stuff like that. So I try to touch each and every last one of them. I enjoy the new environment that we have for them. We're trying to show them that it's a change of culture coming and everybody could just be themselves. Nobody have to really feel like they're outcast or anything like that. We just want everybody to be one.
Hi, my name is Frank Palmieri. I am one of the 8th grade social studies teachers here at Robert Smalls Leadership Academy. So I've been working in Beaufort County schools for 4 years and teaching a total of 24. The sense of community, the relationships, the people, it feels like home.
I'm Dr. McKinley. I am a special education teacher. I focus on 8th grade, but I also am in charge of the department, the special education department. I love teaching here. There's a number of reasons that brought me here. The administration is awesome. They listen, they are super supportive, and they really have what's most important and what's the best for both students and teachers. I love the students. They're warm, they're loving, they're just great kids, and it's just wonderful to interact with them every day. I love my colleagues. The teachers here are very dedicated. It's not easy work, and we're trying to make a difference. They've brought teachers in from all over the country, and it's really impressive what they're doing here. Well, you can see this new building. It's really amazing. So we love this new building, but even when we were in the old building, you know, we were a tight group and we had each other's backs and we support each other. Sometimes, you know, we have positions that need filled, and that means that teachers have to do double duty, and they have to support each other by covering each other's classes if we're short a faculty member or something. But everybody's willing to do that because we care about Robert Smalls as a whole.
Hi, I'm Bradley Terrence. I'm the principal of Robert Smalls Leadership Academy. Robert Smalls Leadership Academy is a community school. We're actually an extremely unique school where we serve pre-K through 5th grade students, about 40 of them per grade level. And then in 6th grade, we have 2 more schools that feed into us, and we have about 180 students in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade each, respectively. So we run a middle school and an elementary school. We're a very community-based school where we give the community what they need. We have a full food pantry for our community, as well as 3 laundry facilities in the on campus. Our community is extremely important to us, as we leaned on them when we were looking to build this school. So when you see the murals behind me, as well as the floor and the timeline activities when we walk down the halls, those were all created and helped created through our community and our community forums. We lean on the community a lot. What's up, man? We lean on the community a lot to be able to see what their needs are, and then we respond to their needs. So I joined our school 2 years ago, and it was called Robert Smalls International Academy. And unfortunately at that time, we didn't have the best reputation. So what we did is we looked at the school and we said, well, what does Robert Smalls mean? And we started looking at his life and the different activities in which he had to go through in life, and what characteristic traits that kind of strengthened for Robert Smalls. And once we dove into that, we had to rewrite our mission and our vision statement to really align with the work of Robert Smalls. We were lucky enough that the last referendum was passed, and we were able to get this brand new facility for our students in our community. And that we decided to change the name to Robert Smalls Leadership Academy, because we feel Robert Smalls is one of the greatest leaders of all time, and especially that's not spoken about. We can't wait to get the word out about Robert Smalls through our students and their actions. 23 years ago, I actually had started coaching basketball and baseball for an after-school program. And as soon as I ended up coaching, I realized I fell in love with being able to teach kids things. At that time, it happened to be sports. From there, I shifted into the classroom and was able to teach math, social studies, science, and ELA. I became an ELA teacher specifically in middle school as well, and fell in love with reading. And that pathway was all started by being able to teach 4 and 5-year-olds how to play basketball and how to play baseball. My favorite thing about being an educator in general is that we can utilize education to create a more just society, and really have significant change happen through the educational process. Being here at Robert Smalls is extremely special because we're very diverse with our socioeconomic status and race and ethnicity. And I think being able to bring people together of all different colors and all different backgrounds, and being able to see what we can do here, it gives hope to a community and hope to the country at large, especially in a time of division. Being at Robert Smalls, what we were able to do is establish frameworks and systems for how we teach reading, and we looked at best practices for that around the science of reading. We also looked at what is the best way that our kids learn math, and we were able to put systems and structures in place that allow those systems to also be working. We looked at science and the way we teach science, and needed to realize it has to be hands-on and not lecture-based. And so you'll see kids constantly. If you follow us on Facebook, we put all these videos out of the kids doing labs as well. So we really framed what does it mean to be a Robert Smalls Leadership Academy general in each one of the classes. So we have kids walking into a science class feeling like a scientist, kids walking into an English class feeling like an author or a writer or a reader. And that was really what we tried to frame the first 2 years, was really solidify that. Now, what we're also blessed with is we have all the sports that other schools have, and we've actually seen our athletes do amazing work within their own discipline and staying focused, so much so that our football team is undefeated at this time. Our volleyball players learned a ton, our cheer program's on point, basketball has done amazing. So our students are, our student athletes, a lot of people say that, but I'm very proud that every single one of our athletes currently are passing with A's and B's. We were able to increase our South Carolina State report card by 9 points and 7 points respectively in the last 2 years, which is outstanding, but we still got a long way to go. When I joined here, I said I want to be the #1 school in South Carolina. And I think if we keep headed in the right direction like we're headed right now in our trajectory, a lot of people are going to be talking about Robert Small's Leadership Academy. I think something that's very unique about Robert Small's Leadership Academy is that the teaching staff, my children as well, they all attend our school. I think there's only one teacher that sends their kid to a different school. And I think that shows the overall commitment, the commitment to continuous learning as educators and commitment to our community and to our children, that our children attend our school as well.
I was literally just talking to a student just now whose dad's nickname is Dream. Like we literally, when we were coming up, we called him Dream. His nickname was Dream. And so I said to him, so that means you're a little dream, right? But I want you to think about your big dream. He said to me that I got several of them. I don't know which one I want to do. I said, I want to encourage you that you can do all of them. And I truly believe that. When I see these students, I see that they can do and they can experience, they can realize their wildest dreams. I believe that they have tremendous potential. I believe their capacity for learning and leadership and growth is far beyond what we can ever imagine. And so I'm encouraging them all the time that you can, if you can see it in your mind, you can be it, you can experience it in your lifetime, and you can realize it and build it with your own hands.
A message to my students is you may not be where you need to be, but my job is to love you until you're where you're supposed to be.
I would say stay focused. Know where you want to go and what you want to do, and then begin to put yourself in positions to get it, whether it be reading or writing or math or wherever you want to go in terms of life. Put yourself in a good position so that you will be fed and you can hear what people are saying. That's what's going to make you successful.
I would just say to stay focused and get a goal and keep on that goal. All my students, they're incredibly intelligent and they can do anything they want in the world, and all they got to do is go get it.
My motivation is to tell them that I used to be one of them. You know, I used to be one of the kids that had problems and stuff growing up, and I just want them to see that, hey, we could make it. We could change everything. All we got to do is just stick to it, believe in ourselves.
Your behaviors have to match your goals. If you want to be able to accomplish something, you need the behaviors to match that in order to get you there. Otherwise, you're working or not working towards nothing.
So something I told them this week, which sometimes students will just say, I don't know. You ask them a question, they say, I don't know. And I said to my students this week, don't say you don't know. Say, I need help. And this is what I do know. Because you all know something. Start with what you know and build on that. So I say, you all know lots of things. Start with what you know and then grow.
I'm going to go with one of my favorite quotes by Bishop Desmond Tutu. Those who are neutral in situations of injustice take the side of the oppressor. Don't just be a bystander. Don't just stand by and look at things happening. Go out there and change the world. We know you can do it.